Y'all, I watched last night with my husband this horror mystery movie called Barbarian from 2022. And if I was to rate it out of 1 through 5, I would give it a 3. If you're the type of person who doesn't really watch scary movies, but you like to dip the toe a little bit every once in a while, this is the movie for you. I give it a 3. It's not too scary, but it's just enough that I can enjoy it. I also give it a 3 if you squint your eyes a little and if you have someone to cuddle up with. If the light is on or the sun is out, yeah, it's definitely a 3. So this girl, right? I'm not good remembering names. Um, it takes me a long time to remember names if we're not actually having a dialogue with each other. Blah blah, whatever. Okay, back to the point. So main character girl, she rents this Airbnb. The Airbnb is double booked by main character dude, and they're faced with a dilemma. What does she do? Does she leave in the middle of the night to try to find a different hotel, or do they figure this out? Again, he's still a stranger. And so they're communicating with how to deal with the situation. And I'm on the edge of my seat because I'm automatically thinking, like, girl, this is a setup. This is a setup. Who are your parents? What did they teach you? Stranger danger. Anyway, so yeah, I was on the edge of my seat with that. But main character girl had me like, who are your parents? There is no amount of stupidity or braveness in a person. There's just no amount. I said, I don't know what it is. This lady is crazy. Like, the amount of times I was yelling at the screen, like, ain't no way. Who's your parents? What did they teach you? Honestly, I would have turned around and went home. So listen, she rented an Airbnb. It was double booked. When she got there, some man was on her Airbnb talking about he rented it out too. So now they're double booked with this thing. And they're going back and forth. And he invites her in, like, you want to stay here and figure it out? Like, no, man. I don't want to be in your Airbnb. That was supposed to be my Airbnb and figure it out with you. You're a stranger. Then you're gonna be offering her wine and tea. What you trying to slip in her tea? I was like, no, absolutely not. I don't care if you open the wine in front of her. No, you didn't. No, I don't care. Mm-mm. And I kept getting so mad because she kept doubting herself. She kept doubting herself. She's like, did you unlock my door? She's seeing, like, the door was closed. The door was open and then the door was closed. And the door was open, the door was closed. Like, and then you're trying to figure out if it was you or not. Like, I was like, I'm not doubting myself no more. If this is what it looks like on screen, I'm not doubting myself. And then homeboy, I'm like, bruh, you're doing too much. And then the other main character dude, I'm like, you did it. All the allegations they made against you, you did it. You can't convince me that you didn't. Once I started seeing how he was maneuvering in the movie, all shady and stuff, I'm like, bruh, that was all you. And then the dude, uh, the homeless main character guy, I think he was supposed to be homeless. There was another way that you could have presented that she would have listened to you and not ran off frantic thinking that you was trying to come and get her. Like, why do they do that in movies? If you're trying to warn me about something, don't come at me like a maniac. Like, don't come at me like a maniac. It's just that simple. It could have been a simple conversation. That lady, first of all, was already brave. So if you would have talked to her normal, she would have listened. You could have saved a lot of time. Anyway. And then when the lady was going for her interview and she didn't show up to said interview, why ain't nobody look for her? She knew that she rented that Airbnb in a bad area. She knew she rented that Airbnb. She knew she rented that Airbnb in a bad area. Why she ain't come looking for her? And I was not expecting the scary part. I was like, is it a spirit? Is this man trying to kill her? Is it a setup? Is it multiple people? I don't know. And then when it came time to discovering the evil, was not expecting that plot twist. Was not expecting the backstory. Was not expecting not just the lady, but the guy with the allegations. Y'all both wanted to go searching down there? Neither one of y'all was scared enough to not want to go down there? Where they do that at? And that evil thing that wasn't that that barbarian, what was it eating? Why was it that strong? What anyway, back to what I was saying. Why was the barbarian so strong? What was the barbarian eating? What I was not expecting that. Oh, and would you drink the milk or would you just die? Which one? You want to drink the milk or you want to die? Because yeah. And then at the end, did y'all feel bad for it? At the end, Did y'all feel bad for it? The barbarian at the end.